Hello everyone, good morning to all. Welcome back to Study with Devanand. As you know, already we completed part first of geography in 12th standard. It was human geography, and we started second part of geography. It is India, people and economy. इंडिया का पीपल, इंडिया का इकोनॉमी, इसका हम स्टडी करेंगे. So just we started first chapter from this book, chapter number 1, population. In this population chapter, we will study distribution, density, growth and composition. Okay? So these are the most important terms: distribution of population, density of population, growth of population and composition of population. We will study in this chapter. Before it, I want to tell you also chapter population we studied in first part human geography. It was second chapter, world population. But also here, just we are going to start population chapter number 1 in India, people and economy. Chapter वही है. So what is the difference between the chapter number 2 of world population and chapter number 1 of India, people and economy? It means population. Both chapters regarding and related to a population, but difference is here. Just we studied in first part world population, the reference of world, and here we are going to study only in the reference of India's population. So what is the population distribution of India, what is the density of population of India, what is the growth rate of India's population, and what is the composition of population in India. देश का population composition क्या है? You know, uneven distribution can be seen in our country because of so many factors are responsible for that. So factors which influence the distribution of population, वो कौन से factor होते हैं which influence the distribution of population? That is first landscaping. You know, landscape is also known that is relief. Relief features. It means relief means धरातल. धरातल का स्वरूप क्या है? What kind of landforms are found in our country? It means, you know, so many times you see hills, mountains, plain, plateau, okay, plateau region, and desert, valleys. Such kind of landscapes of the landforms are found in our country. You know, we are living in the North Indian plain, and just in the northernmost boundary of India, either the boundary or international boundary of Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarachal, and Uttar Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, we can see so many mountains are there. It means so many hills are there. The mountain of Himalaya, that is extending on the northmost boundary of India. Okay, so landscape is affecting the distribution of population because of we can't make our structure and also the construction of buildings on the mountainous region. But when we talk about on the plain area, on the flat plain, we can construct either the roads, highways, airport, infrastructure, buildings, and any other settlements. Okay, but it is very difficult when we make it on the mountainous region. On the mountainous region, we can't make houses, we can't make airports, we can't make roadways, highways, railways, flyovers. So it is very difficult to accommodate on the mountainous region. That's why sparse population is found here. यहाँ पर विरल, it means बहुत कम population पाई जाती है in the comparison of plain area. Plain में बहुत ज़्यादा population पाई जाती है. Dense population is found on the plain area. Right. Second important factor, that is the climate. You know, according to climatic condition, human is developing and human is surviving his life. Second is climate. According to climatic condition, we can develop ourselves. According to climatic condition, we can grow crops, any kind of crops, either the cereal crops, cash crops, commercial crops, and we can do any activities regarding the growth and development of human, and we can settle down some of the infrastructure, buildings and industrial unit of the factory. All these things are depending on the climatic condition or the weather condition. Next, distribution of population depending on the soil. You know, if soil is fertile, definitely most of the population they wanted to stay there. They wanted to make houses or buildings. You can observe in the northern plain of India, on the coastal region, most populous state of India like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Maharashtra. These are the region of India due to the plain and fertile soil. Most of the population are settled here. We can make buildings easily, we can grow crops, and we can start our business, trade and export or import or the production in the factory, right? Next very important factor, that is transport. Number 4, transport. So transport is very important factor. You know, if the transport facility is available very well in the locality, then we can move from one place to another place, and also we can engage the transportation activities along with the activities belonging to the trade, import and export also. We can grow any kind of crops. After harvesting the crops, we can sell it in the local market, not only the local market, but also we can sell in the world market through ship, loading into the ship. Okay. Next factor which influence the distribution of population, that is water availability. So water also is important factor. You know, where on the earth water availability is there, mostly the population are settled there in the river valley area, river channel areas, either the Ganga, Yamuna, Indus and Brahmaputra valleys. Dense population is found in the valleys of North Indian rivers. Okay, because of water is available not only for drinking, but also we can use it for irrigation, washing, bathing, cooking, industrial uses, right? So water is very important factor, and thereafter socio and economic factor also very important. 6, socio and economic. Socio and economic factor, it means what is the culture wherever you are living, and also most of the people, if they shifted one place to another according to their culture, they wanted to merge, they wanted to settle. Economic activities, it means most of the time it could be seen in the locality. If industrial units, industrialization or the urbanization can be seen, most of the people they can afford or access job easily, they can get employment. Certainly they will want to shift there, वो वहाँ पर शिफ्ट होना चाहिए. Also the socio-economic factor is very important for distribution of population. So you know very well, in our country India, the population of distribution is uneven. हमारे यहाँ पर जो population का distribution है वो uneven है. Now move further. Next topic we will study density of population. So you know density, it means जनसंख्या का घनत्व क्या है हमारे देश में. Density of population. Density of population. What is the meaning of density of population? Density of population meaning, it means number of persons are living in a certain area between 2 point of time. It means number of persons they are living in a certain area between 2 point of time. It means a gap of 1 year, a gap of 10 years, it means 1 decade. Also a gap of 100 years, that is the century. These are 2 point of time. So once again we can define it. Density refers the number of persons living in per square kilometer area. the unit is known, or the measurement and counting is known density of population. So this is the way of counting. This is the way of measure the density of population. So according to census 2011, the density of population in our country, it was 382 persons per square kilometer, right? According to the census of 2011, 2001 की जनगणना के अनुसार हमारे यहाँ पर जो डेंसिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन थी 382 persons per square kilometer. Per square kilometer, just this is the shape of square. It means the side length 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer. So this is the square of 1 kilometer area. All the persons those are living here, the unit is known per square kilometer. That is known density of population. Okay. So if we talk about the persons and growth of density of population from 1951 to 2011 and before it, this is the gap of 50 years or 60 years. How much growth in density of population could be seen? So that is 1951 to 2011. 1951 to 2011. The growth of density of population, it was in 1951 117 persons per square kilometer in 1951. But after almost 60 years, after 60 years, the density of population had been increased 382 persons per square kilometer. So this is the difference between 1951 to 2011. 117 to 382 persons per square kilometer density of population was increased. Okay. Move further. If the population of density in the country which ranges from as low as 17%, the state of Arunachal Pradesh in our country. If we talk about the density of population which is the lowest data or the lowest density of population state of India, that is Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh density of population according to census 2011, it was only 17 persons per square kilometer. But one more state and union territory of India, that is Delhi. If we talk about Delhi density of population according to census 2011, just it was 11,297. So how much difference between the density of population of Arunachal Pradesh and Delhi? Arunachal Pradesh just only 17% per square kilometer area, and Delhi density of population of Delhi 11,297 persons per square kilometer area. So this is the difference. So other states rather than the Arunachal Pradesh and the national capital region, that is the NCR Delhi, some of the other states like Bihar 1102, West Bengal 1029, Uttar Pradesh 828. So our state UP 828 persons per square kilometer, and other states like Kerala 859, Tamil Nadu 555. The higher density among the peninsular regions, Kerala or Tamil Nadu. Right. Move further. The density of population is discussed in the earlier paragraph. Earlier we studied the density of population of some states of India. Then to get a better insight into the human land ratio is term of pressure of population. So what is the pressure of population? Pressure of population की बात करते हैं. pressure of population, how many people they are living on a certain land area and how much resources are available on that land area. This is the pressure over the area. It means ratio between the number of persons who are living on that land area. Suppose that if 20,000 persons they are living per square kilometer. So it means 20,000 persons they are very much in quantity. Only 1 square kilometer. Area is very low, area is very less. So how they can afford all the needs of human, how they can fulfill the basic needs of human, only the area of 1 square kilometer. If certain circumstances like only the industrial region, so many industries or the companies are found there, they are manufacturing, most of the people they are earning money from as an employment, as an employee in the factory, then they can survive their life. Otherwise, on the basis of agricultural land area, they can't survive their life. अगर हम 1 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर में ये कहें कि वो खेती करके अपना जीवन यापन कर लेंगे, that is not possible. Okay? So this is the pressure of population on the land area regarding and the comparison of resources are available on that area. Okay? So this is the overburden, or this is very significant term to compare, to observe the pressure of population. You know, this is the map. You can see the density of population in our country. This is the darkened area. It's showing just the density of population are very higher. North Indian states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and NCR region, Delhi. Right? And you know, this is the middle area. Hardly the people from 101 per square kilometer to 400 people, 400 persons per square kilometer are found in the area of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra. These are the region of moderate population. इनको हम कहेंगे moderate population. 2 states are there having very low population, less than 100 people, less than 100 persons per square kilometer, only Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram. Okay. So I hope that it is very clear, and the next video, next period, we will study the growth of population. In this term, we will study what is the growth rate in percent and what is the natural growth of population in our country, India. Okay, student, thank you.